September 12, 1958, 11:47 p.m., Lennox Lounge, Harlem. The jazz band was mid-note when Big Sam's hand tightened around the pistol grip. 6 feet away. 4, 2. Bumpy Johnson sat with his back turned, calm, distracted, vulnerable. Sam raised the gun, aimed at the back of Bumpy's head, and pulled the trigger. Click. No gunshot, no scream, just silence. 300 people froze. Bumpy Johnson didn't flinch. He took a slow sip of his cognac, then turned around in his chair and looked straight at the man who had been guarding his life for 5 years. "I've been counting on you." Those 5 words would become legend, and that single sound, a trigger hitting nothing, would change Harlem forever. Because what nobody in that room knew, what history books barely mention, is that Bumpy Johnson had known about this assassination attempt for 3 weeks. And what he did in those 3 weeks didn't just save his life, it rewrote the rules of power in New York. To understand why, you need to understand who Bumpy Johnson was in 1958. Bumpy wasn't just another gangster. He was Harlem's protector, the man who stood between his community and the wolves trying to strip it bare. By the late 1950s, Harlem was under siege. The Italian mob, the 5 families, wanted control of the numbers racket, nickels and dimes from poor families that added up to millions. They wanted every dollar. But there was a problem. His name was Bumpy Johnson. Bumpy didn't rule Harlem through fear alone. He ruled through respect. When families couldn't pay rent, Bumpy covered it. When police harassed black businesses, Bumpy made phone calls that stopped it. When outsiders tried to muscle in, they left broken or embarrassed. The 5 families tried everything. Enforcers, bribes, political pressure. Nothing worked. By 1958, desperation set in. Frank Costello called a private meeting. All 5 families sent representatives. "We've tried force, we've tried money, we've tried politics," Costello said. "This man is untouchable." "So what do you suggest?" Carlo Gambino asked. Costello leaned forward. "We make him touchable." And that's when someone said the name Big Sam. Samuel Foster, 6'4", 260 pounds, 5 years at Bumpy's side. He'd taken bullets for him, buried friends with him, been there when Bumpy's mother died. If anyone could get close enough to kill Bumpy Johnson, it was the man he trusted most. The family sent in Tony, the collector. August 20th, 1958, 3 weeks before the shooting. Big Sam was leaving his apartment on 132nd Street when a black Cadillac rolled up. The window came down. Tony smiled. "Sam, right? Heard a lot about you." Sam's hand drifted toward the .45 at his waist. "What do you want?" "5 minutes," Tony said. "Hear me out." Sam should have walked away, but curiosity is dangerous. Tony got straight to the point. "You're loyal," he said. "That's admirable, but loyalty doesn't pay medical bills." Sam stiffened. His youngest daughter had tuberculosis, 6 months in the hospital, bills piling up. Tony opened a briefcase. Inside, stacks of hundreds. $50,000. Enough to save his daughter, enough to move his family, enough to disappear. "For what?" Sam asked. "1 bullet," Tony said calmly. "1 moment. Lennox Lounge, September 12th. You walk away rich." "And if I say no?" Tony's smile vanished. "Then your daughter dies in that hospital, and you keep waiting for a bullet with your name on it." That night, Sam didn't sleep. 3 days later, he called the number. "I'm in." What Sam didn't know, what Tony didn't know, is that Bumpy Johnson already knew everything. A parking attendant saw the Cadillac, wrote down the plate, and 2 hours later, Bumpy had the name. Bumpy could have killed Sam immediately. That's what most men would have done. But Bumpy Johnson wasn't most men. Instead, he watched, saw the shaking hands, the worry in Sam's eyes, and Bumpy made a different decision. He wasn't going to stop the betrayal. He was going to expose it. Bumpy had a gunsmith build a perfect replica of Sam's weapon. Same weight, same feel, completely useless. 4 days before the hit, while Sam was sent for an errand, Bumpy swapped the guns. Then he waited, because Sam had to pull the trigger. Only then would the lesson matter. September 12th, 11:47 p.m. Lennox Lounge was packed. Jazz, cognac, power brokers at every table. Sam moved through the crowd like he always had. Nobody noticed. He stood behind Bumpy, raised the gun, pulled the trigger. Click. The music died. Bumpy turned slowly. "I've been counting on you." Sam's world collapsed. Bumpy revealed everything, the offer, the money, the plan. Then he dropped an envelope on the table. Medical bills, paid that morning. "There's 5,000 more in there, for your family." Sam fell to his knees. Bumpy stood. "You're leaving Harlem tonight. Disappear. If I ever see you again, there won't be mercy." Then his voice dropped lower. "And when the Italians ask what happened, you tell them I knew. You tell them I always know." Sam walked out a broken man. Bumpy turned to the room. "The Italians think they can buy us," he said. "They think Harlem is for sale." He raised his glass. "They're wrong." 300 people raised theirs. By morning, the underworld knew. The 5 families met in silence. Carlo Gambino spoke last. "We leave Harlem alone." And for the first time in history, they did. Bumpy Johnson lived another 10 years. No bullet, no betrayal, just legend. Because the most dangerous weapon isn't a gun. It's knowing what's coming before your enemy does.